Hi traders, welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John. Going to be going through our tables today on this Friday, the 20th of October. Obviously, we had some developments overnight in terms of Kiwi Swiss that has now hit targets. I did take profits a little bit earlier. I did see it rebounded from our take profit area, and spread kept me out of my take profit. So usually when I see something like that, I like to close the position out. So yeah, I got about 1.43 R in the end. If you left it, it was 1.5 R. So there was only like 0.7 R in it. Wasn't really much in it. So yeah, Kiwi Swiss has hit our targets, which is great. That support level at 0.50. Is it 0.52? I'll double check. Was the sort of level that ended up being those targets. Pound is still weak. We had some data this morning out of the UK. Core retail sales actually came in a lot lower than anticipated. You can see here that retail sales month on month dropped to minus 0.9%. Was meant to be forecast at minus 0.2%. Core retail sales as well dropped to minus 1.2%. Was meant to come in at minus 0.2% or 0.2%, sorry. And yeah, so that's quite an interesting development there. Pound obviously weakened off the back of that, which helped us see prices trade to the downside. We're just stuck back at support at the moment. If I actually just quickly show you here, it says pound's weak, dollar strong. Dollar was sitting more up here at the S2. It has dropped down towards the S3 now. And pound wasn't on the table this morning, I don't think. Oh, it was at 9. So yeah, it was on the tables as a weak currency, but we didn't. I don't think we had it over on the trend traders at the time. That's what it was. And yeah, so now that has come on as weak. So still weak, sort of from a higher time frame perspective. Fundamentally still weak. From a technical perspective, though, we just keep finding support at this current moment in time. We've come down into yesterday's lows. We've rejected yesterday's lows. This could see price obviously come back towards our entry point again. It's how do we hold this going into Friday? Do we leave this into the US session to see if the US strength comes in and tries to push prices lower? Or do we wait to see how it ends up today? Our stop loss is now just above this swing high. So I've managed to reduce risk by over half. But, you know, if we let's say we walked away from this right now and we closed down the position, we'd be walking away with 0.7 R. So overall, we'd just be about 2.1% up for the week, which I don't think is too bad. Obviously, we were looking for 3.6 R. Even if we reduced our target towards this area here, below that low, that would be 1.5. We'd be looking for that 2 R on pound. Obviously, this one's a little bit interesting because we've had so many times where prices come into profit and then offside. It's come into profit, then offside again. We are still technically making lower highs. It's just that we've come into yesterday's low and we're rebounding a little bit here now. I would like to see, obviously, price at least make it down to this level, which is from this consolidation through there. That's what I really would like to see. Whether we get that, though, is obviously different. A different question. Obviously, I don't know what the market's necessarily going to do right now. We haven't got any more sort of high impact data for the rest of the day. So, you know, we could see the sort of US session come in and try and push price to the downside here. But yeah, I'm just wondering what I do about this market, to be honest. Obviously, I don't want to give back too much profit here. I don't want to see price back at our entry point by the end of today, because I just think we've spent a lot of time in this position. I'd rather take something out of it than nothing. If we go down to the hourly chart, you can see that rebound there. It's quite an aggressive rebound from that level. Quite strong buying coming in at that point. If we go down to a 30-minute time frame, there was a double bottom there and price has moved on. So yeah, I've got a feeling price may want to try and tap the Asia highs, maybe even breach it. If it does, 121.70s on the cards there, because obviously that was the area where we've saw a lot of selling in the past, a lot of liquidity potentially up here that the market may want to go and seek. Obviously there was a strong buying move coming from the market, so we've come back into that level now and buyers are stepping back in once more. So for me, it's looking at this thinking, what do we do about this? You know, do I see how this next sort of 4-hour candle shapes up, because obviously we'll have the overlap then going into sort of the US session. So I might just see how the next 4-hour plays out. I mean, if we start breaking back towards our break-even point, I might just get out. Or what we may be able to do actually is just move our stop loss to break even. At least we're covered then if anything does happen and price does obviously hit that that break even. I just would like to walk away with something out of this market, to be honest. So I'll see how we get on. Obviously lots of sort of markets to kind of look into at the moment. Kiwi's still a very weak currency. You've got obviously euro and Kiwi dollar here. I did say we'd take a look at Kiwi dollar coming into today because of a bearish close. Now that bearish close wasn't the most sort of I'd say aggressive bearish close. You know, I like to see candlesticks like this where we get a really strong bearish close. We didn't get that yesterday, so looking at the sort of 4-hour time frame, again, we're kind of trying to, it's almost like we're rebounding from the lows there. So there's not really anything I want to just kind of jump onto and go, yeah, okay, that's a good trade and opportunity, because we're reacting from lows at the moment. So yeah, I'd like to just probably sit on our hands a little bit with those type of markets. Euro Kiwi obviously continued to push higher. You know, that's unfortunate. We kind of missed out on a bit of a move there. But yeah, Euro Kiwi still looking pretty good. Kiwi dollar, not too sure about. Let's go have a little look at Kiwi Swiss. Obviously, we profited from Kiwi Swiss. It did hit that 5200 level now. 1.5R if you manage to hold the position. And yeah, we're back at this key level of support now. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we did start to see a little bit of a rebound here now, being at such a low level. So yeah, we may have to wait to see how this one develops going forward. It may breach past the 5200 level. In that case, I don't think there's much beyond that level. So this chart only goes up to 2004. So I don't have the information prior to this. So if we breach that level, we're kind of in a little bit of no man's land. So you probably want to be looking at more the sort of ATR moves at that point to see, you know, how price could potentially extend beyond that level. Cable's obviously on there for the downside. We've talked about cable. Kiwi dollar. I am just going to mention dollar yen because we are coming potentially back into the 150 level. Dollar yen obviously not on the tables. Dollar a strong currency. Last time we came into 150, we dropped from 150 spot 15 down to 147 spot 22. Possible interventions there. The market is really flirting with 150 at the moment. We're trading sort of 149.95 at the moment, and yeah, we'd really flirt in there. So there might be something going on here for today where you get a rejection, large rejection. But with these markets, you know, it could easily breach 150 and start heading back to the 152. So, you know, I would probably wait to see how price does react from there, because if we were to get, let's just say we get intervention, you know, we can often see price continue to trend lower after the fact. So, you know, let's just wait to see what happens there. Pound Swiss is on the table. Aussie Swiss, we've talked about Aussie Swiss in the past. Let's have a quick look at Aussie Swiss. Bearish close. We're at the support now. So, unfortunately for us, we didn't really get any kind of moves there. We were looking to get short in this market, but price didn't continue down. I think the only thing we could have done maybe was sell these kind of, you know, consolidation lows, maybe with the sort of stops above the highs, and look for, you know, those type of moves to the downside there. So yeah, didn't manage to catch anything there, unfortunately. But obviously the tables were telling us that that was a good market to get short on. So I'm going to leave it there. We'll keep an eye on cable. You know, obviously, like I said, I don't really want to see it breach back to the upside here. I will move stops to break even, I feel, just in case we get any kind of reaction, and sharp reaction and price rallies. So I'm going to move stops to break even on cable. I'll keep watching this throughout the day, and I'll let you know in the Discord channel if I do any changes. Thanks for watching the update. Catch you in the next one.